Okay, May is Lyme Disease Awareness Month, one of the fastest growing infectious diseases in the country.
Now there is a soon-to-be-released documentary that chronicles several families and WNBA MVP Elena Del Don's fight to survive Lyme. Take a look.
Muscle pain,
pelvic pain, sleeping 18 to 20-hour days,
depression, anxiety, brain fog.
I couldn't think.
They're often told that the symptoms are all in their head.
And they assume you're crazy.
I thought it was so crazy at that time in my life.
Wow. Well, the documentary is called I'm Not Crazy, I'm Sick.
So here to talk about this is Atty Cleworth. She is the executive producer as well as a main subject in the documentary. And Laura Macneill, the CEO of Global Lyme Alliance. Laura, Atty, nice to meet you both. Atty, well, Laura, I know you. Atty, tell us about how you came about with this documentary, because you've been trying to get the word out there. I've done a lot of work with the Global Lyme Alliance, and I know how difficult it is once you are diagnosed with that disease.
That's right. So Lyme disease, the common story is you have to be in a, wooded setting. You'll get the tick there, you'll find it engorged, and you'll get a bullseye rash, 2 weeks of antibiotics, and you're cured. But unfortunately, that is just not the case. We know that ticks are in every state of the United States today. They are in the cities, they are in your backyard, and the increased rate of diagnosis is substantial. So this is one of the fastest growing infectious diseases. It's in every state, and we have almost 500,000 cases each year for just Americans. And that's a very underreported number. So with that, the common story is you'll find it and you'll get better, but we know that up to 20% of people don't.
They're chronic.
They're chronically ill, right? So the CDC acknowledges a post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome, which basically says you got the disease, you got the bacteria in your system, you were treated with antibiotics, and you still are sick. For some people who don't find this, they don't know they have a tick-borne disease, they didn't know to look, they are having something that's other than Lyme disease, because ticks carry many co-infections. It can take months or years to really find out what is going wrong, and by then the bacteria is very much in your system. And that's what this film highlights, is what that experience is like for people who have to journey that.
Atty, what was your experience like in putting together this documentary?
Yeah, so for me, I'm one of the patients that deals with it chronically, and sort of the genesis of how this whole documentary came about was it was just a couple of months after getting diagnosed, and my mom and I were just looking at all of the paperwork and protocols and everything that we had ahead of us, and our minds were sort of boggled. We couldn't believe that there was this disease that was so widely misunderstood and misrepresented, but that I had been suffering from so long, and that so many people suffer from. And we just thought, gosh, we have to talk about this. We have to shout this from the rooftops. It's not okay that this isn't widely known.
We have a soundbite from the film. Let's just take a look at it.
It's easily missed, even by an educated person who doesn't know what to look for.
So many of my patients have PTSD from going to the medical merry-go-round.
We were being shut out from doctors' offices.
They said that there was nothing wrong with me.
You're fine, you're fine. I even saw doubt in the eyes of immediate family members of mine.
I wish we were together, but you're still not there yet.
I'm worried that, my kids will have Lyme. What if they got as bad as me?
This is a disease that impacts people, both in their immune system, and then it affects the entire family.
Now, Laura, why is this so easily misunderstood?
Yeah, right now there isn't an accurate diagnostic in the market. So the diagnostic test that we use today was created when we were still using typewriters. It has not been adapted since then, and it's not a direct diagnostic. So it's a diagnostic that's an antibodies test. It's looking for your body's reaction to the bacteria. But unfortunately, with Lyme disease and other tick-borne disease, it's a good hider from your immune system. So where other antibodies tests might be able to get 100,000 or more bacterials, to be able to sensitivities, this Lyme disease is only going to produce 10 to those hundreds of thousands.
It's kind of mind-blowing, because you just said 500,000 people diagnosed every year, and that's underreported. Because obviously it's difficult to determine if you have Lyme disease. But if it's the fastest growing disease in the U.S., why isn't more funding being put into this?
Yeah, that's a good question, and that's why Global Lyme Alliance is here to bridge the gap. So right now, for every person diagnosed with Lyme disease, the U.S. government gives about $1,000 per person to research and development, where you can compare that to HIV/AIDS, which is almost $100,000 per person. So a significant difference in how we're approaching that. And this is a preventable chronic illness today. If we can, if we can understand the disease better and we can inform the community, including the medical community, of what is really going on when somebody's infected, including co-infections. We don't hear about that often. And so somebody might be bit by a tick and it might not even carry Lyme disease. It might carry one of the other diseases which isn't even being tested for.
And you don't always get the bullseye.
You do not always get the bullseye.
Do you get anything, Atty? Did you get anything?
I got no bullseye. I had no idea that I was bit by a tick.
But what made you think that there's something wrong with me, I should go get checked out?
I all of a sudden had this onset of really severe, intense symptoms. All of a sudden, like, could not get out of bed, couldn't eat anything. I mean, couldn't walk a few feet to the door on my own from my bed. So I'm just like, this isn't normal. What's going on with me? I'm, 17, 18 years old. This shouldn't be happening to me. And so, my mom dropped everything and did everything she could to figure it out. We saw hundreds of doctors, though, before we finally found the right doctor who was able to properly diagnose me. We were turned away from a lot of doctors' offices.
Wow. And I've been very involved with your Global Alliance dinners, and you've had some incredible people who've gotten up there, and one of them, Miss Hilfiger.
That's right.
Who talked about how she wound up in a psychiatric ward because they could not figure out what was wrong with her.
Yeah, and tick-borne disease doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter even how careful you are over the course of your life. It only takes one tick getting through the barrier to make you very, very sick. So everybody has to be aware and alert. This is a really big season for ticks right now in the spring, but really we're finding that they're active almost year-round now, and they're spreading in areas of the country where they're not usually or historically there. It's not just a Northeast problem. So people are getting infected on the beaches of California. And so you have to be aware, always be on the lookout, know what's going on in your community. You can visit Global Lyme Alliance. We're on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, and GLA.org. We're constantly pushing out the latest information.
That's good news. Where can we see the documentary, by the way, Atty?
So on May 30th, the documentary is going to be streaming on Apple TV, Google Play, and a few other platforms. So we're super excited about that.
Well, I'm happy to see the work that you guys are doing just to kind of have people be a bit more aware about this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Feel good.